Welcome back to Nutty Education. Now on this episode, I'm gonna blow your mind with some scary ass shit to do with these mobile phones, a device that basically everyone has nowadays. But before we get into it, I'm gonna put a screenshot on screen now. I want you to pause that and read it, and I want you to take a look at the following footage.
Who is that?
I'm your best friend.
As 8-year-old Alyssa LeMay stood in her room, a terrifying voice spoke to her.
Mommy!
I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?
The horrifying sound coming from this Ring security camera installed in the child's bedroom, which she shares with her two sisters.
I come upstairs and I hear some banging noise. I was like, who is that?
For 5 minutes, the voice taunting the young girl, playing strange music, even instructing her to destroy her room.
You can mess up your room. You can break your TV. You can do whatever you want.
The LeMay family installed the camera just days before the device was apparently hacked.
I watched the video, and I mean, like, they could watch them sleeping, they could have watched them changing. I mean, they could have seen all kinds of things.
This just the latest hack of an in-home security camera. Over the weekend, a Florida family says they were spied on in their living room.
Can you bring like a web browser up on your phone and then type in the website that I tell you?
No.
And earlier this year in Washington State,
Stop recording the camera.
the owner of this Nest camera recorded a hacker harassing her family.
Shut the up.
Now what you just saw was a Ring home security camera getting hacked. Some random stranger, they were able to not only listen in to these children, but they were able to actually visually see these children, these small kids in their bedroom. These hackers, they literally had access, eyes and ears, in a child's home. Now, if that is scary enough, if that is bad enough, let's turn it up to a whole nother gear. Because I want you to think about this hypothetical thing that might not be so hypothetical after all. Now, every single person, maybe not every single, but basically everyone has one of these in the modern day, a mobile phone. Now every single phone in the modern day, they all have a front camera, a back camera, and a microphone located somewhere on the phone. Now that alone, literally proven by logic, that gives people the tools, the resources to listen to all of us and to spy on all of us 24/7. We carry these phones everywhere, and all phones have front and back cameras, all phones have microphones. So as I said, logic alone, it is literally possible for hackers to hack into these and spy on us, look at us and hear us. That is it's undeniable. It can happen just by logic. The fact that we carry around cameras and microphones everywhere we go, just by logic, it is a possible thing. It's just a question of whether or not people are able to hack into them, but it is undeniably possible. Now, with that point being made, let's forget hackers for a second. Think about people like the government, big corporations, your Bill Gates, your Mark Zuckerbergs, all those high up elite people. If they really wanted to, they could use these phones and spy on us 24/7. Think of Apple. Apple, the people that make iPhones, they don't need to be hackers. They don't need to hack into the phone to watch us or to listen to us. Apple, they literally make these phones. They are the creators of these phones. So they don't need to hack it. They could access that software, access their systems, and I guarantee you they could use these cameras to spy on us and use these microphones to hear us. So the point I'm trying to make is this is all possible. This is all like it's not so hypothetical. It's literally real possibilities. Now, what I genuinely think, I think this spying is happening. I think it is being done to us. I genuinely believe that the microphones in these phones, I think at times they do listen in on us. And these cameras, front camera and back camera, some human being somewhere in the world, I genuinely believe, is watching us and is listening to us. It could be 24/7, we might be being monitored 24/7, or it could be at certain times. Whatever the case, I genuinely believe someone somewhere, maybe a CEO, maybe some other high up person, but someone is watching and listening to all of us. And that is my genuine thoughts, because as I said, it's not even a hypothetical thing. We literally carry cameras and mics everywhere, and the people that make these devices, I'm sure they can access these cameras and microphones and they can listen in and look at us. Now, one thing I want you to think about is whenever you buy a new phone, there's always a whole endless book of terms and conditions, and it's obvious none of us read through all those terms and conditions. We buy the phone, we turn it on, we set it up, and we just press accept. But imagine if somewhere in those terms and conditions, maybe like placed right in the middle or right in the bottom half, a place where we wouldn't scroll to and stop. But I bet somewhere hidden in those terms and conditions there is some kind of clause or some kind of loop or some kind of something that legally lets somebody somewhere, maybe a high up police officer, maybe an Apple CEO, but someone somewhere, I bet there is something in those terms and conditions that allows someone somewhere to use these cameras and use these mics to listen and watch us. I bet it's in those terms and conditions, but we just don't read it. But even if it's not, even if they don't put it anywhere in the terms and conditions, maybe as a way to not get caught out, because just in case someone did read all those terms and conditions, even if it's not in there, just think, really, when you think about it, what is there to stop them? Like, if they really wanted to, if they really just didn't care and just wanted to, if they wanted to look at us, spy on us and listen to us using our phones, cameras and mics, if they really wanted to, they could. We would never know about it. There will be no way for us to tell. Now, all of this that I've just been explaining, this didn't just come into my head one random day. Actual incidents happened that led me to believe they are probably spying on us and listening to us. And what those incidents were is these Nutty Education videos that I film. I film Nutty Education videos exposing the government, exposing how the government works and what they do and all this corrupt stuff. I basically talk about things that I shouldn't really talk about because I'm at risk of getting killed, but I don't care. I'll always speak the truth. But whenever I film these videos, so many times, literally like over 10 times, and I'm not even joking, over double digits, literally over 10 times, more than I can count on 2 hands, the Siri on this phone has gone off. And literally, I've been speaking to the camera, maybe I'm talking about, oh, the government are doing this, they're corrupt, this and that, and this Siri, it just goes off. And it's like this. You know this screen right here? Literally this screen, where it's just listening and waiting for you to talk. This exact screen, it comes up so many times when I am making a Nutty Education video, maybe exposing a corrupt government or talking some truth. Siri goes off, it's listening to what I'm saying, and this has happened over 10 times, as I've said. It's mortal. It's literally this physical body, right? Once again. No, the Siri just turned off when I try to put it here. Once again, this phone was listening to me. Now, on top of what you just saw, if that wasn't evidence enough, I have made videos before explaining how in entertainment they normally expose real life things. In TV shows, in movies, in cartoons, they usually put real life agendas in our entertainment to subconsciously put things in our head and to subconsciously make us think a certain way. Now, usually it is the bigger corporations that like to do this. Your Disneys, your Marvels, your BBCs, for those that live here in the UK. The BBC especially, they love to weave little agendas into their programming. That is why we have unofficially nicknamed the BBC the British brainwashing channel here in the UK. Now, one thing I really want to show you is on the BBC there was an episode where they exposed some crazy shit which basically confirms everything I said with these phones. And I'm gonna play that footage for you right now, and when I do, I just want you to remember that in entertainment, in plain sight, they expose these things to us, and they have literally told you in your face, to your face, in your face evidence that these cameras, these mics, these phones, they are used to spy on us. But anyway, let me play that footage for you. Okie dokie, so slight change of plan, Future Jun at your service. Now, I tried to put the footage and upload it, but surprise, surprise, they blocked it. They don't want me to get the evidence out there. So to get around that, I've added subtitles to the footage. I've taken screenshots. I'm going to put those screenshots on screen and I'm just going to read it myself. So here it goes. Thank you. Today, I'm here to say thank you to those of you all around the world who have made our achievements possible. To everyone who throughout the years has given us everything. We gave you pieces of plastic and circuitry and games, and you handed us, me, my company, total access to your lives. What you buy, where you go, who you text, what you text, every thought and photo and post, every credit card number, every birthday, every memorable place, and all your mother's maiden names. So thank you for carrying our cameras in your pockets putting our microphones in your bedrooms, for signing off your kids, handing them our devices. We told you, of course your lives are private, of course your data's safe, and you believed us. Kept clicking agree, and now we can do anything. If you don't believe me, the official program and episode that is from is Doctor Who Series 12 Episode 2, titled Spyfall Part 2. It's on the BBC iPlayer on BBC's website, and it is minute 46 out of 1 hour long episode. So minute 46. Go watch it for yourself. But let's get on with the rest of the video. But there you have it. I've showed you proof. I've showed you BBC and big corporations themselves show you in plain sight what's going on. I've explained to you how it's not a matter of hypothetical. We literally do carry these cameras and mics everywhere, so it is very possible. And putting all that together, it is basically, I wouldn't say solid confirmed, but it is pretty much. We can paint the picture that yes, these phones are used to spy on us. And knowing the government, knowing the type of people they are, how they've lied about things in the past. Think of 9/11, how big that was, and how that has been covered up. Knowing the type of people the government are you really going to put it past them that they wouldn't do that to us? Because they would. And if they can, which they can, it is possible, they probably are. Just imagine how much privacy they can invade. They can literally look at us anytime. When we're having a wank and we're watching porn, this front camera can see our face. It can see us eyes rolling back and wanking. And then the back camera, that can probably see our dick. The amount of privacy they probably invade is unbelievable. The mic, they can hear any conversation. Literally, privacy does not exist anymore. And just like they said on the BBC programme, we probably did sign our privacy away and sign our rights away by pressing accept. But even if we didn't, I guarantee they'll do it anyway, because if they really wanted to, they could, and we would never know. But there's your Nutty Education, scary one today, which is most likely true. But I'm just here to stop this by teaching you, awakening you, and letting you know what's up with the world. But with that being said, peace out, bitch.